Brad Williams, Excel Prime, show last matching word. What are we going to do? We're going to use the lookup function. The critical thing here is this 2. What are we doing? We're looking up a word, the last word. We're going to use this one, divide, search, word, etc., etc. And I may not have explained it well previously, but here we have a 2. This is designated as a number that will never be found. Why? Because if we divide 1 by whatever is the denominator, it's going to be a decimal or 1. Therefore, the way lookup is structured is if we can't find 2, then the lookup vector and roll back and find the last number. What am I talking about? Here we have some words. Here we have text string. And you can see we have show, that's in the words. We have stay. We have, well, it's not. We have help. We have spent. And we have refreshed. What we're asking is show last matching word. The reason I brought this up is because for refresh is the last word. But that's not what we're asking. We're looking for the last word in this list. Keep that in mind. How does it work? Here's our formula. We have our lookup value. We have our lookup vector and we have the result vector. What's the result vector? Well, that's going to be our word 283. We want something from this list. What's our lookup vector? It's this list. We're asking it to find if there's any matching information over here in B5. That's it. But we're going to throw a search feature in there. We have to find the word. Here we have 2-1 search word. And remember what word is. It's going to find a text within the text, within itself. We're going to word within text. Now keep in mind, what's lookup doing? It's looking for a lookup value, its lookup vector, and then the result vector. Don't think that we're looking here in search word and word 283 in the parentheses and word 283 outside of the parentheses are related. No, this is the nesting part. We have the result vector following. How does it look? Well, we know what the word 283 is. It's just this stuff in blue here. If we look at this result vector, F9, you're going to go, what the heck? Remember, 1 divided by, and keep in mind, what does search do? It locates a position. So take a look here at search, F9, 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 and there, 1 divided by 27 is that long old number. 1 divided by 1 is 1. 1 divided by 39 is going to be some crazy old decimal, and 1 by 333. That's why we get this crazy result vector, F9. Well, we don't have to do that. We can just look at the result vector here. Lookup vector, not the result vector. And here, remember that number? 1 divided by 39 was 0.0, blah, 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 and 1, and then so on and so forth. What does this represent? Go back here. Lookup vector, F9, our word. Here we have the search, and we have, well, 27. What is it? If you start from left to right and you count 27 characters, that's going to be help. Look at the next one. 1. Well, show. S. It found S. Show. And so on and so forth. Lookup. All lookup is doing, because where you have this 1 in here, look at the lookup vector. Lookup vector, F9. We have numbers. We have a number here, and then we have a break with the semicolon. Another number. That's the second number. Break. Then we have the third number and a fourth number. We're not going to get overly complicated here. Lookup is just looking for what? Show last matching word right here, and it's spent. Here, if we read this over, you have a list of items in the name range, words 298, and you want to determine whether or not column B contains these items. Our words, and column B has any of the words, specifically B5. When search locates a match, it returns the position of the match within the searched cell. Remember, we have those 4 numbers. When search cannot find a match, the value error is returned. Because we're providing search with multiple search terms, it will return multiple results, as shown, 27, 1, 39, 33. The number 1 is then divided by this list. The output is a list containing errors and decimal values. Not always. If here we had a perfect match, but I'll show you one where the errors show up. The errors represent items that were not discovered, while the decimal values represent those values that were. In this example, and I showed you, this is what the output is. The list serves as the lookup vector parameter for the lookup function. This is what's critical. The lookup value is 2, and the result vector is the name range word 298. The formula is designed so that the lookup vector will never contain a value greater than 1, whereas the lookup value is 2. This indicates that the lookup value cannot be found. Lookup will then match the last numerical value found in the list, which corresponds to the last word found in search. This is really pretty much the entire definition. This clarifies pretty much how and why this works. And using the supplied name range word 283 as the result vector, lookup returns the last item found. So here we have show as our last word. Let's take a look at the lookup vector, F9, and you can see we have those value errors. Once you can grasp this, then it's a piece of cake. But that too, in this one divide, first, it's really complicated. It's hard to understand. But hopefully what I just illustrated and described is helpful and will get you to that next level. Here, this is the anatomy. I don't think I need to go over this. And then just practice, all right? Brad Williams, XL Prime, thanks for watching.